that it'd be better in their interest if they destroyed it, right? So anyway, that's what happened. And we got a meeting, and I went up to Leicester, and I met this counter-terrorism officer. God help us if that's counter-terrorism's level of operation. And I met this other guy from Leicester City Council. And the first thing I said to them, I gave them the email sent to us from the venue laying out what these two had told the venue. And I said to them, can you confirm that what is being said by the venue here happened and that's what you did? They agreed. So I knew what the interaction had been. So then I said to them, name me one book of mine that you've ever read. Silence. So I said, okay, name me one public event of mine that you've ever attended. Silence. And then I said, well, now name me one event anywhere in the world, and I've been right round the world in the last 2 years. Any event in the last 2 years on this world tour where one single person has ever protested. Silence. Reason? A, they couldn't answer because they're not checked. And secondly, not one has ever protested. But all it's taken is for people to contact the venue, or in this case, contact the police as well, tell absolute lies about what I'm saying. And they destroy freedom of speech and someone's A, ability to speak in public, and B, the people to take the choice to listen. That was a sold out event in Leicester, my hometown. And then what these ultra-zionist hate groups do is they then contact the media when a venue cancels because of them, and they say the event's been cancelled because the venue realised he's a Holocaust denier and an anti-Semite. Of course, the media then repeat that, and you see a headline like Holocaust denier David Icke's event cancelled. And when this has appeared on these mainstream news sites on the internet, I've contacted them, every single one. I don't usually, but in this case you have to. And I've said, before I call my lawyers, would you please send me the evidence you have to support that headline? In every single case, bar none, they take it down in minutes, because they have none. All they've done is repeated what these ultra-Zionist hate groups have said. And what we are now seeing, and there's been a number of examples this week as we speak, is more and more Jewish people are coming out and saying to about these hate groups, you don't speak for us. There's one guy on the internet, a story that was broke today, a Jewish man who did a video on YouTube, basically saying to these ultra-Zionist hate groups, I'm Jewish and you don't speak for me. In fact, you're causing anti-Semitism by what you're doing. He had his video deleted, right? So when you've got Jewish people speaking out against Israel and the Israeli government, that's really bad, because it's very hard to paint them as racist against Jews when they are Jews. So they are targeted even more fiercely by these ultra-Zionist hate groups than people who aren't Jewish. And their freedom of speech is disappearing. And what we need to do is come together, all of us who are being blatantly defamed and misrepresented by these groups. And they are very few in number, but very well funded. And jointly expose what they're doing, because they are destroying freedom of speech in an ever-gathering way, week after week after week. And if it goes on, there will be no body who can speak in public and challenge the official narrative, because they'll all be banned. That's where we're going.
And do you think, because I've noticed on Facebook with some of the changes in algorithm and the reduction of the reach and the Cambridge Analytica and all that, I think people are starting to get a bit pissed off with it now.
Yeah.
And there's, I mean, some of the things you're saying, I know you're talking about certain races, religions, etc. But I just see a lot of people online going, wait a minute now, you're censoring sometimes, but just, I know a lot of my posts, they go to 1% of my audience.
Yeah, exactly.
These are people that found me for the last 10